So, for today's Pop Talk, we're going to talk about a article that appeared in Variety and Vanity Fair and other things. And then yesterday, when I was watching YouTube, one of the people that I like watching, who, yes, I actually believe he would fall into the category of a Disney shill because he does go to premieres and he never has anything really bad to say about them. David Lee also did a video on this, and that sparked my remembering of, oh, and then I was going to comment on his video, but just like the last one, why comment when you can make your own video? Also gives me something else to watch, or not something, not to watch, to do. So here's the article in Vanity Fair about Pirates of the Caribbean. They want a reboot with Deadpool as the writers of Deadpool doing it, but their plans for rebooting will possibly be including removing the main character. So it's like what Iron Fist did with removing Danny and having Colleen be the main character. But then he was back like the Iron Gun or some dumb like that. And what Disney Dave said made me think of they might be pulling a Ryan Johnson. Tell everybody to sell it with Luke and then nope, raise the main thing. But here's the article from Variety about Deadline. That was the other one. Okay. But yeah, Pirates of the Caribbean, the only one I didn't like was the fourth one. It's like when they got rid of Will and Elizabeth, that was kind of pushing it. But that was a little overboard. And the last one I actually really enjoyed. I don't know why people hated it so much. It was just as fun as 2 and 3 to me. But the fourth one was the only bad one, so I don't see why I'd have to reboot it. I know Johnny Depp's been in a little trouble lately in his personal life. I think he's like I don't know what he actually did, but I know people are angry at him because they didn't want him in Fantastic Beasts 2. But yeah, Disney's looking into rebooting the franchise with the Deadpool writers, so be crap to me because I don't like Deadpool's style of comedy or humor. That's why I didn't watch the movies, even though I'm a fan of Ryan Reynolds. And the Hollywood Reporter also reported the 3 major movie cover news outlets have all reported this. So it's probably looking a little bit truer. And it's kind of sad. You think they'd at least let the franchise sit for, I don't know, 4 years, 5 years before rebooting it. Because the last one just came out last year. And it kind of ended on a cliffhanger type thing. I mean, you don't really need it because they kind of showed that Davy Jones isn't really dead, but then if he's not dead, then why is Will Davy Jones? And that was a whole new box of fish. But what David Lee suggested, or Disney Dave, whatever you want to call him, that's his original name, was that the character Red, which Disney's trying to push a lot. Like, I know they're doing a pop of her, and I know a lot of controversy surrounded her, but getting rid of the wench auction, and apparently she sells slaves now instead of wenches, so that's politically correct, okay, but whatever. Her name is Red, and she'll be the main character. I'd be fine with this as long as they don't pull what they did with Rey, and give her a Black Pearl, like have Jack get killed off screen or something, never mention him again, and then have her take control of the Black Pearl. No, if they're gonna kill Jack Sparrow, they need to get rid of the Pearl. If he goes, she goes. He needs to go down with his ship because the first movie was all about getting that back, because he loved it that much, and the third movie was also about that. So throughout his entire thing, his whole lot in life, his whole character thing is wanting to get his ship back and giving it to somebody else after he's killed off for some dumb reason. I mean, they could recast the character, but just dropping the character altogether and then putting her in and giving her his property, that would piss people off like it pissed off people with how they did Harrison Ford and Han Solo and just giving it to Ray. But here was Red's storyline and within the rides that they did. She was a wench and she met up with Jack. She slapped Jack because he talked to her like a winch, and she didn't like being talked to like a winch. And then she joined another crew, and she became a pirate, an actual one, and she helped sell slaves at the thing. Oh, it's not them. It's they stole their stuff from being auctioned off. So instead of people, they're now auctioning off their belongings. So I'm betting the people are probably dead. So instead of hookers being hookers, they're now killing people. Family-friendly PC garbage at its best. But what Dave said her story was, another from his article, was that she met Jack at some point and he owes her a ship. And if that thing leads to her getting the Pearl, yeah, that movie's gonna tank. I think it's gonna suffer the same fate as the Solo backlash, because once you throw identity politics in the crap, which getting rid of a male character and giving everything he had to a female character is identity politics at its finest. But doing that deletes any kind of people wanting to go see it. The people who like that stuff are far and in between. But as I said, they give her another ship. Like she has her own ship. Like she has this guy's ship. Like she can kill him all she wants. Like she can kill him, take over the ship. I'd be fine with that. And I'm sure the movie would probably do great. But if they disrespect Jack, Will, or Elizabeth Barbosa in any way, shape, or form, to give Red anything, they'll probably get a lot of people angry with them. And if they make a sequel, they'll probably lose a boatload of money after doing that. Because a lot of people go see a movie just to see, it can't be that bad. And then, yep, it's that bad. And then the sequel gets made because, it made some money. And then no one goes and sees the sequel. So anyways, tell your thoughts below about Pirates of the Caribbean rebooted and the maybe the deletion of Jack Sparrow. Because, if they get rid of Jack, they'll obviously be getting rid of Will and Elizabeth as well, and they just came back. So, bummer for them. I mean, if they made her another pirate from one of the other areas, like they have like Jack's the king of the Caribbean, and there are other kings of the other seven seas. So obviously, if they did one of the other seas and they had Red be the main character there, perfect. Like have her be one of the ones near Europe, like whatever that one is, be perfect. They could have her be over there, Jack be over there, and okay, they can name drop them once, like, oh, you're not as bad as the last pirate I heard of. Captain Sparrow couldn't even keep his own ship to himself. He kept losing it, like some kind of joke or something like that. Like name drop him. Or somebody says, send you down to Davy Jones' locker, don't you mean Will Turner? Or something like that. I can see that working perfectly fine. And I'd have no problem with that. I'm sure a lot of people wouldn't. But if they disrespect the current characters in the lore, that's where the problems would come from. For actresses of her, I guess the girl that played Amy Pond, and she's also Nebula, Karen Gillan, I think. Because a lot of the people that they show, a lot of the pictures I've seen of her, like actresses in the park, that looks like her being it. And on Day's video, it looks like her, to me at least. Of course, I am partially face blind, so you can't take my word on it. I could just be seeing red hair and lipstick and thinking, oh, it's her. But anyways, tell me what you think in the comments below. If you do comment on these, I usually don't get comments. Taha. But tell me what you think in the comment section below. And do you think do you think a reboot would be fine? And would you be fine with them disrespecting the lore and the characters, or would you be happy if they had her go off and do her own thing and have Jack be off doing his own thing off screen? Have a good one.